So in this video, we are going to see match case in Python. So this is very similar to switch case in C or C++. So imagine you have a variable like we are receiving an input from the user, for example, and this is like enter something in 1, 2, and 3, for example. So the user is going to give us an input like either 1, 2, or 3, for example, or else they are going to give us some input which is not in 1, 2, or 3. And we need to like check these values like this input, and we need to print out. We are going to give a simple demonstration. So what we are going to do is we are going to check whether this value of a is 1, 2, or 3 and print out the alphabetical value of the same, for example. So we are going to use match case for that. So match, and we pass the variable, and we can have cases for that matter. So case 1, for example. So just be careful, I'm accepting a string, so I use double quotes. So if you receive an input in Python, it's by default a string, and we are printing 1, for example. Similarly, I can create another case, so case 2. So this is going to print out 2, for example, and we can have another case 3, and what this does is this is going to print out 3. And we need to have something to tell, like if you type anything else, it's going to give you an error, or like it's going to print invalid. So we can have a default case with the case and an underscore. So this is like for the default value, and you can specify like print invalid or something. So we have a basic structure of a match case statement in Python. So let me open up my terminal, and I'm going to pull it up a little bit. Now I'm going to move into my project directory, and I'm going to run the program. So my file name is 1.py. So it's asking us like enter something in 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to hit 1 for now. So it's going to give us 1. So what this does is it checks the variable a. So it recognizes the case as 1 and it prints out 1. So now if we do a 2, it does the same. If we do this with 3, it's going to print out 3. So all our like logic is proper. Then we can try something with something not in the list. So for example 4. So it's going to print out invalid. So that's how we use match case in Python. So you can use this to give optional input from user, something like that. So instead of this, you can have something like you can have user to give something like ask for name, for example. So if I hit 1, this is going to accept a variable with input something like enter your name, and you can do stuff like that based on your logic. So that's how you use match case statement. So if you are on something older than Python 3.10, this is not going to work. So this have been introduced in Python 3.10, so you should be aware of that. So I hope this one was helpful. I hope you all have a wonderful day.